All right, what's up, everyone? Welcome back for another recap video. It's been a while since I made a video. I was on a little bit of a family vacation in Sarasota. It was a great time. Really got to enjoy the South Floridian weather. Get out of this cold, dreary, cloudy, snowy, rainy days up in the Northeast and pretty much everywhere in the northern, well, pretty much, I'd say 48 of the 50 states are getting some extreme cold ass weather. And I hate the cold. I hate the cold. So I was able to get away from the cold a little bit for the weekend. It was great. Got to go to the beach, hang out with the fam, do some things outside, go for some swimming, and really just get some sun, which was great. It was also really good to kind of step away from the market. Last week was really, really slow. I took Thursday off because I was traveling. On Friday, I did try to trade, but there was nothing to trade on Friday. And let me close this. There was nothing to trade on Friday because of just how slow it was. So I took Thursday off. On Friday, pretty much flat. And then Monday, I was in the airport and was able to make a couple trades in the airport. The Wi-Fi was a little bit slow. I did get a little bit of laggy fills, but I was able to walk away with about $55. So $55 in like 30 minutes at the airport trading the open, which was great. So I'll take that. And then today was the first day I'm back in the saddle at the home office and was able to get some decent profits. I didn't update my P&L there, but I finished up about $250 on the day, which is pretty decent. You know, nice base hit. I really tried to step on the gas a little bit today on RVSN, but I took like 3 or 4 bigger losses in a row, and I actually took a bit off the high. I was up about 350 off the high, and I gave back about to 200, and then I started to make a little bit more back on what was it? I think it was RVSN on the backside, trading the range here. I was able to make some profits back, but I kept my risk low after RVSN would turn out to be the winner, but it wasn't a clear winner. It wasn't clear. It was not clear at all. At the open here, you know, pretty much so choppy. I was able to make about 300, 350 on here in this area. Went in for the breakout, could not time the breakout, trying to time the break of 4, could not time the break of 4, finally broke out. I buy the dip and get flushed on a nice 40 cents, and it curls back up, try to time the breakout again, taking another loss here, and it just was not clean at all in RVSN. It finally broke up and ripped up to 5, trying to trade in this area. I can just pull up the orders. And let's see here. Okay, there we go. So yeah, trying to trade, you know, here's where I made the bulk of my profit, and then gave back pretty much. Gave back here, trying to get the breakout. I think maybe break even in here, this area, or small losses. And here I took a couple small losses, and I started to fade my risk. It was getting down to like 1020, 1030, nothing really clear, and we didn't really have a clear winner, and I pretty much started sizing down from there and didn't really size back up. But I was trading about 1,500 shares in this area, 1,500 to 2,000, and was able to make some decent profits. But if something like this nice leg from 4 up to 9, if we got something like that, you know, closer to the open, I definitely could have nailed that on some big size. But because we're getting into midday trading, 12, 12:30, it's really outside of my window that I really excel in. And, you know, I'm sort of in the mindset of, you know, my peak mental performance is probably not at its highest at 12:30 after I've been trading for about, you know, 3 hours or 3.5, 4 hours. And so usually at that point, I'm usually sized down. If there's still opportunities, I will trade on small size, maybe to add a little bit more profit here and there. But I'm really looking to protect the gains that I've worked hard on earlier in the day. So that was usually my mindset. And, you know, we did make a nice move. However, well, I didn't really capitalize on any of it. I didn't really have any big winners, I guess, percentage-wise. I think some small profits here and there in that area. I didn't have anything recorded either. I didn't record my screen because I was out of my normal routine. It's been about 5 days since I was in my normal routine because of my little vacation. And I completely forgot to record the screen. So I don't have any of this recorded, but I think that'll be all right. I can just review the chart just for today and then make sure I get back into my routine tomorrow where I can record my screen and study up. But let's see, we started to pull away here. We broke out, we pulled back, and then we started to pull away after that break of 7. I remember trying to catch the break of 6 first, and I fumbled this real bad. It started going, and then it pulled back again. I was waiting for the break below 6 to buy up to catch this move, but we didn't break below 6. I was a little bit nervous to get in above 6. But we reclaimed pretty strong, curled right back to the high, tested 7, pulled back about 30 cents, and then we absolutely just ripped from there from $6.70 all the way up to $9.24. And I was trying to scalp the front side, but I look, break even trade, then started to pull back a little bit. I didn't trade any of that, I guess. Yeah, I didn't trade any of that backside. Then was able to take a couple trades in here. This area I was looking for a break of the range at the highs. Then we broke down lower. Then we reclaimed. I thought we were going to do a red to green here. So I was getting in here, take a couple 3 cents there. This is all super small size. So this is kind of just nonsense trading. 25, 50 shares, 75 shares, 100 shares. Yeah, so that's, we don't really need to go over that. I thought we would potentially squeeze through the highs, but we didn't. And mostly break-even trading in there. If we did pull away and started to get some bigger volume, then maybe I would think about sizing up just a little bit, maybe up to 200, 300, 400 shares. Not back up to 1,000 or 1,500, but a couple hundred shares, just to add a little bit of profit here and there. But we never got that breakout of the range and a squeeze back to the highs. But it is holding pretty nice, which I do like. I do like that it's holding pretty nice. I wish it was a little bit cleaner earlier in the morning. Maybe I could be sitting big or green, but it is what it is. I got to work with what I got, and man, this is not clean at all. Not clean at all. This is not the type of trading that I excel at. So I think it was smart that I did size down when I started to get some losses. NVVE was another one I took a pretty massive loss, 30-cent loss on the. I bought the dip after the halt resumption. So we were halted here. We resume higher. We pushed a little bit, pulled back to 460s, and then I sold back in the 490s as it pushed back up to 5. And that was a pretty decent trade. I made about 30 cents, and then I sized up. I'm like, all right, this is it. We're gonna start to make some movements. We're gonna have some tradable action here, parabolic momentum. I take that first pullback down here at 460. We pull back on this next red candle, $4.60. I take 3 times the size that I traded on this dip and rip at the halt resumption, and it falls through, and I lose 30 cents a share. So I pretty much gave back what I made here times 3, and so sitting down red on NVVE. We also traded. What else are we trading here? PHUN, another one that I had a pretty nasty, couple nasty losses on. I was, getting green in this area when I was starting to pull away. I thought we would break through the previous high, which was 4899, as we were testing that area up here. And I thought we would break out. And I took the first dip, and we flushed way down, trying to buy the dip again, and we were not getting any sort of reaction. Curled all the way back up, tested again, and then faded. But this one was tough, and this one also on PHUN, you can be racking up a lot of fees, and I'm over these stocks. I'm over these penny stocks because I'm tired of paying $50, $60 in fees in the end of the day, and it's chewing up like 10%, 20% of my profits. So I'm done trading these penny stocks. You know, I look at all these shares I've churned. I mean, it's not even that much, but still like 17,000, 12,000, 16,000, 28,000 shares on this candle traded. Crazy. 28,000 in, 28,000 out. And I think it was like break even or small loss. So pretty heavy stuff there. I really want to start pivoting out of these penny stocks. I don't really want to focus on these penny stocks anymore. I know we started having a trend on the penny stock movement, but I don't excel at it. It's not my thing. It's not my thing. I do prefer that the price range between about $2 and $20. $2 and $20 or $2 and $10 is my sweet spot. So that's what I like to focus on. RVSP, what was it? RVSN. This one was, you know, right in my sweet spot. I wish, you know, this move was a little bit sooner, but you can't control everything in the market. You know, I was able to work with what we got at the open for the first, you know, from between 9:30 and 11:30. I was able to work with this and, you know, book a nice $350 in profits or something. $335 in profits. And, you know, that's fine. You know, nice base hit day, you know, first day back after a nice vacation, feeling good, well rested. I didn't do a pre-market pump this morning, but I'll start the pre-market pumps again. I know you guys like them. So we'll get back into the pre-market pump starting tomorrow. I don't think there's much else to go over. The one thing I did take a loss on again as well, another big loss was this one here, this false breakout. I was trying to time the break of 4, bought the break of 4, and then instant rejection. This is nasty. This is nasty stuff. And you know what caused this? It was the 200 EMA. So let's pull this up here. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't want to expand it too much, but so on the daily, let's see, the daily chart did 200 EMAs at $4.11. And look what here. Look at this. Where did it top out as? This is why we keep in mind. This is why you use the 200 EMA on the daily chart. Looks like it topped out at $4.10. So it respected it. That's a resistance area. The 200 EMA on the daily chart is very, very much respected by traders. And you should always keep this on one of your charts, always to reference, because that trade could have been avoided if I was looking at the daily chart, which it was on my side screen, but I wasn't looking at it. I wasn't paying attention. So I was a little bit rusty around the edges coming off my vacation. You know, it's something I should have been aware of, that 200 EMA on the daily chart, and that's where we got that resistance. It rejected right into that level, $4.11 right here. Rejected pretty hard, you know, enough to really ruin your day. So got to be aware of that. You know, moving forward, always make sure I'm analyzing the daily charts and analyzing the levels, analyzing the 200 EMA on the daily chart. Also, the 200 EMA on the 180-day chart is also sometimes respected by traders as well. So you want to keep that in mind as well. We did end up, you know, start to try to break out here at the highs. We test, and then finally breaking out, but and then starting to pull away. But it was a kind of slow and grindy. It was slow and grindy. You had a little bit of a area in here where it started to go parabolic, but I stayed away from it because of the time of day that it happened. I already had a decent, okay profit on the day. And I was looking just to wrap it up. But yeah, you know, can't complain too much today, for sure. Tomorrow, you know, I feel like the market's still kind of warm after SGMT and today RVSN, DWAC. After those stocks, I do think that the market's still somewhat warm, so I am going to, you know, keep that in mind for tomorrow. If we do start to see some nice momentum, I'm going to size up. I'm going to keep that size big, and I'm going to go for it because that's what we do. That's what we do. We manage risk, and we take risk off during cold periods, and we put risk on when the market is hot. And the market seems to be, you know, somewhat warm the past 2 days. So I want to continue to kind of ride that momentum. for tomorrow. So I will be back here for the pre-market pump tomorrow to review the watch list before the market open. Hope to see you guys there at the pre-market pump. Hope you guys got green today. Hit that like button on the way out. Hit that subscribe button if you're a new viewer. And I will see you guys tomorrow. All right. Peace. Have a good night.